So, I was making an episode for my podcast about what it's like living and having judgmental parents and how year after year you dread being around them more and more. You start to hate being around them. The love just starts fading away inevitably. There was a part of the script that I decided not to include because even though I still talked about the fact that I dread being around them, around their presence, it talks more about feeling trapped in my body. It's for a different reason, not really the fact that they're judgmental and negative. I can't really put a description for this, but the best that I can say is that when I'm with them, I feel trapped in my own body. There's a lot of metaphorical slaps in the face too, like they shut me down when I don't see it coming. Let me tell you some. At restaurants, it would be the four of us. And sometimes we're siblings, you get to talking, you get to laughing, everything is all smiles, and then all of a sudden the loud, shh, be quiet, you don't come here to play. That just shut me down verbally, and I would barely say anything the whole time later while my mom and dad are conversing. This hasn't happened every time, but along with the other scenarios, it became an ingrained habit of mine that if we're going out to any sort of place to eat with my family, I stay quiet. Also, at restaurants, something similar happens many times when I want to take a sip out of a drink or eat a good amount of appetizer. They stop me. It's so wrong to be doing that because you're going to get full faster and you're going to be wasting money. It's so annoying because in one of the 3 times a year that we go to restaurants, we're going after 4 or 5 hours of not eating and drinking half of my juice with 2 little breads is gonna get me full. Especially because many times I'll eat, a good amount of appetizer like Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuits that are super duper good, and I'll still eat my whole meal. It's like they're okay with this sometimes, other times they're not, and to play it safe, I just rarely do it. The point is, these type of things have stopped my natural actions and reactions when I'm around my parents. With years and years of these type of situations happening, it's become second nature of me to hold back physically around them no matter where we are. On other times, when other people have taken my family out, there would be times when the inviters offer things like dessert or more food or another drink. When I'm about to answer with yes, my mom would pinch my arm or hit my leg or look at me with a certain look, which would force me to say no. At these points, I'm not even feeling regular trapped. I'm feeling trapped times 10 because there are things in my daily life that I already know not to do, whether the line is super clear, I 100% cannot do this, or the line is kind of blurred. Sometimes you'll get a bad reaction. But with these, I absolutely have no idea that they're going to be super mad at the things I do and react the way they do. They just stop me all of a sudden while I'm off guard. That's what I mean by a slap in the face. It's like a game of Jack in the Box because it really feels like I can't say anything that's not about to bother them. I can't even do the slightest body movement sometimes that's not gonna bother them, so I just kind of stay stuck inside my body. When we've gone out to do errands or do things that require us to get out of the car, and my dad sees me with a water bottle in my hand, he gets mad and starts talking about, they're gonna think you stole it, that's just not necessary. Just all in all, extremely bothered. There's no problem with bringing a water bottle anywhere if we're going to the supermarket. They know where customers come in, and it's on the opposite side of where the water is sold. So many times we're doing these errands 3, 4, 5 hours after leaving home, and I'm super dizzy. Water is the only thing that's gonna keep me afloat if something happens. Why leave it in the car? And when it's pollen season, like March, April, and I think there's gonna be more ragweed this September, or really dry air weather, water can be really helpful in those throat incidents. This again makes my nervous system around my parents bad because I never know what random thing they're gonna be bothered by. And I would just hide when I'm holding something or I wait for him to pass to the side of the car before getting out and kind of hiding it near my stomach area. You see, I shouldn't have to explain why I have a little water in my hand to myself. A daughter should never have to reassure herself about these tiny things that her parents turn into these huge problems. Do other people's parents expect them to read their minds? Because something that mine do is ask me why I didn't do something, like why I didn't fix this or react this way to this, but they never ask me to do that thing. Like no one's thinking about doing a certain task that's yours and all of a sudden I was supposed to magically think to do it? I really wish I had examples for this off the top of my head, but I really don't. We were also eating at a person's home late February, and I'm already always uncomfortable when I'm with or around my parents. So I'm already starting out at a 5 out of 10 in mood, in comfort level, in social battery, in everything. The food was going to be something with a lot of bones in it from 3 different meats because it was soup. Para colmo, to make matters worse, I was sitting in front of my mom directly, so that brought me to a 7 out of 10 on the uncomfort scale. Oh, so 1 is comfortable, 10 is uncomfortable. So it was soup. It had a lot of bones. There was a lot of meat that was a little bit hard to use with your fork or your spoon. It got messy and she went near me, kind of whispered in my ear to eat cleaner. So many people had bones everywhere and it's sancocho. It's not the cleanest thing to be eating. I felt like I couldn't chew fully. I couldn't swallow comfortably in front of her. Like it was just awful. And I stayed quiet the whole day cuz I was just so uncomfortable starting with that. My mood was like already kind of there, but once she did that, I just completely shut off. When I'm at a place with my parents, even at times when they're probably not gonna do anything, I still hold back almost everything because I've already built that opposite of a reflex a long time ago. My body and brain have already made it second nature for me to hold back. So, yeah, my parents make me feel trapped, not only in the sense of physical, that they have denied so many experiences from me as a child and as an adolescent that I'll never get back, but they also make me feel trapped mentally and emotionally. When I'm out with them, people are only seeing the version of me that it's uncomfortable, that is never fully 100% because my parents are there. The people that have seen me only around my parents don't know me truly. And sometimes it makes me feel bad because then I look bad. But I know that at the end of the day, that's the way I am simply because of my parents being there. I just feel so trapped, so jack in the box.